Thank you.
Oh, I told you.
Love Patty.
Chris, you love Chris.
You love Chris.
I was looking all over for you.
You mean we were looking all over for that? What are you doing with Chris? So married? You got a wife? You got a baby?
Actually, yes and yes.
These kids are Steven's MI. No! Stop fighting!
They were a poor but exceptionally close-knit family. They didn't have money, but they had each other. Their big break came in the form of a movie called The Bird Watcher. It transformed the family into an overnight box office sensation. At first, it seemed like a fairy tale come true. But from fame came misfortune. This is a story about a production company that tore a family apart. In the next 20 minutes, we'll show you the sad but true story of Baker-Ablang Productions. We'll hear from some of John's and Steve's co-stars, and more importantly, John and Steve themselves. The Baker-Ablang story is how a small family from Ohio and West Virginia became one of the biggest movie-making dynasties in the world. It all started with Signs of Death. The movie hit theaters around the world, breaking new grounds with its special effects. The movie inspired the young brother to enter the movie business. John began filming many action movies, but the major breakthrough was with The Bird Watcher, where Steve and John joined forces. The Baker-Ablang Productions was formed. The Baker-Ablang Productions story is ultimately a story of how two aspiring filmmakers from small roots became overnight box office sensations, with movies in every home and every theater around the world, and then sat at home, alone, while their careers and family life crumbled. It's a complex story with many points of view. It is a story of innocence, opportunity, hopes, and dreams. It is also a story of money, greed, selfishness, disillusionment, suffering, and destruction. It's a story of the Baker-Ablang family, a true Hollywood story, produced by Baker-Ablang Productions. went from nothing to an overnight sensation with just one movie. How did that affect your personal life?
Well, you know, making the film, I knew it was going to happen. When you're making gold, you can see it. You can see the carats coming out. And it kind of prepares you for that, you know?
So what inspired you to make Signs of Death?
Yes. Well, thinking back, the film industry was stagnant. It was struggling. People were dying because the films were so bad that I thought I had to step in and make a difference in this world. And that's when I decided to move the film industry forward. Next.
How do you think Signs of Death can...
What inspired you to make Signs of Death 2? Sometimes the sequels aren't as good as the first films. And how did you ensure that the second film was going to top the first one?
Good question. Well, with the second one, that's when we upped the special effects. And basically, you know, I have a lot of fans and stalkers that just wanted a part 2. They demanded a part 2, so I basically had no choice. I did it for America. I did it for the world. I did it for us. Oh, wait, no. There you go.
Scene 2, Act 2, Take 2. Action.
You should be fired. How did you do this job?
He's so difficult. Yes. All right, you can move it. Action.
Amateur hour over here. What am I interviewing for even? I don't even know what this is for.
Sir, this is for your biography.
Oh.
Feature Hollywood story.
Oh, yes.
You ever seen the show?
No, I don't watch this crap. This all started with Steven. I was really inspired with his work when I started in the very beginning. I thought what he did with Signs of Death was pretty revolutionary. I remember sitting in the theaters and looking at that technology and going, one day I want to do that.
And your first movie was a horror movie. Could you go into some of the elements of that?
Oh yes. I wanted to top Steven. So what I did was I pulled as much money as I could from the producers back then and collected the low rate talent that I could get, mostly people I knew growing up, and we filmed a better version of Signs of Death.
So why was Signs of Death 3 never made?
That's kind of hard to talk about. It really is a tragedy because that movie was going to blow your mind. We had a special script made out for that. The special effects, you don't even see them today. That's how advanced they were. And it was going to be amazing. But we had problems with the cast. You know, the stars are getting too big. They couldn't handle the fame. They couldn't handle the pressure. So I didn't want to cheapen the film any. But maybe one day, you stay tuned.
What was the issue with the perfect combination?
Well, we had a genius marketing idea where you needed the perfect combination, like a lock, to unlock the rest of the film. Unfortunately, we all forgot the combination, so we lost the middle of it. But, we have the beginning and end. Another tragedy.
What kind of car do you drive? It looks like you drive like a red Camaro.
That's one of our special effects. It was a sports car, but you would never know it was radio controlled. One of our tricks I'll share with you.
No, what kind of car do you drive?
Oh, now? Well, I have a lot of cars.
It looks like you're a bit of a player.
It depends how you define player. Aren't we all players in the game of life?
How many times have you been married?
Well, I decided not to get married.
At all?
Yes, because I haven't found someone of my equal yet.
How has the fame of the success of your movies affected your personal life?
Well, I'm a lot richer now.
And then you went on to produce further action films. Did you ever incorporate any other element except for, or besides action?
Oh, the action, yes. Over the years, I've gotten a lot of criticism for that.
What are you doing here?
The action was essential to the plot, I believe. It couldn't have been done without it. It had to be there. It was the movie, actually.
What is that? Is that a boom mic? Is that in the camera? What did I say about that? There are no boom mics.
Sorry, boss.
Sometimes I give away my old clothes to Salvation Army. That's good. I believe in giving back. I basically saved this world with signs of death because I basically saw signs of death everywhere I looked before that film started. So now I see signs of life.
Some people say that your movies were average, but as an actor, that's when your career really peaked. How do you respond to that?
I can see, I mean, I'm a pretty amazing actor, so I can see why they think that, because I directed first, so they almost forgot that brilliance, and then they see the new brilliance, and everyone's all about what have you done lately and what's shiny and new. But it's really hard to compare the two. They're both at the top.
And then you produced international films, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And would you mind discussing those? What unique qualities do you think you possess that make you a good director and or actor?
The ability to tap into higher power. You learn a lot up there, you know, but once you tap into that, it showers down on you, like gold. No, we're talking about carrots. There's at least 1,000 carrots laying all in gold. Melts into your body and then exudes out of you.
What are you talking about?
I forget, you guys don't understand this.
Do you feel like you're above a lot of people?
No, I just feel like I look down on them.
Chris, come here for a second. How does it feel to be in a small town?
I love it. I thought I'm a pervert.
Are you confused who your role is outside of the camera? Are you trying to find your identity in life right now? Are you having a midlife crisis?
My director is not giving me good direction about who I'm supposed to be.
Oh, so you're still having some struggles with the director, I see.
Yes.
Even after all these years.
Yes.
You still blame the director.
It's always the director's fault. Never mine.
Wow.
I thought I'm a pervert. Hey! What are all these people doing here? What's going on?
So your filming career took off pretty quickly. How did you handle the sudden fame? So your filming career started off pretty quickly. How did you handle the sudden onset of fame?
Not too well.
So your first movie was a haunted hotel. Is this correct?
I think I remember something about Disneyland? Does that make sense?
I'm not sure. Did you ever work with Disneyland?
It's kind of scary out there, right?
Oh yeah, it's real gloomy.
It is, right? Where's your luggage?
It's
Where's your luggage?
It's in the car.
All right. Do you need me to go and get it?
No, it's okay.
All right. Come on in. So let me show you to your room, real quick. Right this way, Julie.
June. It's nice, but it's kind of dark and cold.
It is a little cold in here, Janice, but what we have here is the amenities that you need. Alright, you understand? Oh, Jan, let me tell you something. Sit down. Miss Jill Linguini, how are you today? Did you have a nice sleep?
And action.
They could be doing this so much differently, you know.
Action.
Birdwatchers was kind of a combined approach to this movie. Would you mind elaborating on that?
There's the first movie where we combined powers. Again, revolutionary. It was the first movie to be post-edited. The sound effects, the special effects, I really took it up a notch.
I was just wondering if you could help me out.
Do you know Earl Thompson was my husband. Do you know him? Do you know any Earl?
Like I said, I'm just passing by here. I don't know any Earl.
Alright, come
That's
on,
far if
Shani.
you could help me out.
Come on, Shani. I'm gonna make you a treat.
Again, a first movie with DVD extras. Nothing like that was ever seen before.
How did that dog get in here?
So all of a sudden, what's going on? It's black and white. It's scary.
We like to keep you guys thinking. You don't know what's going on yet.
Out of nowhere. We use another special effect here to make it black and white.
The door and...
Yeah.
Oh boy. There we go.
Comic relief.
for the kids, in case they're getting too scared.
So again, we had to further the film industry. It was stagnant again.
If you don't mind me asking, this is
a
quite
beautiful set you got here. I've
candid.
never been on a movie set before.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's nice. Got a nice thing going on over here.
How did you two meet and fall in love?
Well, as you can see, I mean, any guy would be just starstruck. But I was doing my rounds at the gym, and I saw her turn around a few times. She's got a lot of what I like to call junk. And so I just kind of admired. I walked up to her, and she didn't say much, but I just took it as a yes. So I took her out a few times. Her family doesn't like it too much, but, you know, they don't need to know about all that.
It really is such a pleasure to meet you. You're so lively. You really are just such an inspiration to me.
She's really lively. She's my doll.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see how much you care for her. So, what are your emotions regarding your first films?
What the big deal is, your baby's missing. That's the big talking about, no big deal.
Hey, is Babs here?
I'll be your Babs.
Is there another Babs here?
Babs, baby!
Baby!
I'll call her. I'll call her. She will
You know who I'm looking for?
Are you calling baby?
Oh, yes, I do.
I'm missing my baby.
Her emotions. She doesn't have too many emotions left.
So moving to the Christmas special, would you say, how did this movie impact your career, both John and Stephen?
Well, I have to admit, the script, the dialogue was just way off, so I kind of had to take it over on the whim. I think they call it ad-libbing. Ad-libbing. Only the great ones can do that well.
I think Steve said, out of the entire script, 2 words that I had told him to say. The rest, he completely took it in the complete opposite direction. The movie turned in a completely different way. It had nothing to do with the script that I wrote.
You know, Stephen, I've been thinking, and just because a man wears my underwear doesn't make him bad husband material.
Yes, it does.
He said yes, it does!
Wasn't your line, but he's not bad?
However, it's one of the most quoted movies of all time.
Yes.
So you tell me, was that a good thing?
So let's get to it.
I did do the editing.
Seems to be very popular.
It took me
phrase.
3 years
To this
to edit
day,
that movie.
people call me the Stallion.
3 years.
I walk by, they yell, "That's the Stallion right there," and I say, "You are correct." People ask me, "How do you become a stallion?"
I don't know what that means, even.
And there's no steps to it. Not everyone's gifted like that.
Oh, he used to steal my underwear. But then he started
You wear
liking girls' underwear
Pink
more.
lacy underwear?
No, that's only like men's underwear, for the stallions.
Oh,
And then I don't know what happened to him.
Oh,
He could have
I
fitted it
see.
up. So, he...
There's a conspiracy theory, Stephen, that you were trying to sabotage his directing ability or his directing career.
I don't know why they think that.
I guess with your acting in that movie.
And then I don't know what happened to him.
Oh,
He could have fitted it up.
see.
So, he...
What are you saying, man? That was the exact opposite of what I told you to do. You just always do the exact opposite.
You said I'm saying how I'm better.
After you tell her that Chris is the right one.
wherein he steals your underwear, and the Rainbow Room, does Chris become the one for Gabriella?
But you just say, all in all, he's a great man, though.
All right. Still, continue the conversation.
So yeah, he likes pink underwear, but he's great.
You know, Steven, I've been thinking...
No, not from the underwear.
It's with the underwear.
Wear this unless you make it right. Let's train.
Why can't you just say what I tell you?
Boring, huh? Well, it's pretty nice being the spy. I gotta tell you what, I kind of like this. I think I could do this, you know, for a career. But it's a shame.
You ain't got it in ya.
It's a shame I can't do it anymore because
You
I'm
ain't
done with
got
my
it in
mission,
ya.
right?
You ain't got it in ya.
Steven! I'm trying. You're gonna talk about this camera.
I'm going to.
No, you're not. You're going nowhere.
My doggy. Isn't he adorable?
He looks like he's trying to get away.
No.
Is this a
It's
metaphor
probably
for your
'cause-
life?
Definitely not. Actually, I didn't know I was so big in New York City. It's amazing.
Is this dog actually yours?
What do you think? Do you know how busy I've been? Do you know how hard it was to get me here? My agent really, really pushed me to do this. I don't even want to be here. I could be filming about 10 different movies right now.
You seem like you think you're still a big star, but you only have 18 Twitter followers.
No, that's my old account. You're looking at the old account. I have a new account now, and I have followers from all over the world. It's funny that you mentioned that. I actually wanted everyone to know about the new Twitter account that I have. Don't go to the old one, everyone.
And what is that Twitter account name?
That name is Gabriella Arnon Ablang
Okay.
at Twitter.
Pretty smart there.
Yeah.